Welcome everybody to the Keys to Wisdom channel. So we're going to start out here and we're going to do a little bit of a follow-up video to the application of using the consecutive day order of the year, right? 1 to 366 every single year, right? And looking into our own personal information within the Word, right? So here we got the 208.89, the Dan deal, right? Day 208 in every in all non-leap years, right? And we'll go 1,979, right? So what I'm going to be looking into, and I've only done a tiniest bit of looking in terms of applying the consecutive day of the year numbers to these two dates in 1979, right? So I wanted to show this here, right? AB to Z, the Dan deal, day 208 in all non-leap years, right? Day 208 of 1989, non-leap year, day 209 of 1988, leap year, right? And show the connection off in here to 1,979, right? To the alphabet, right? Now I know my A, B, not C's, right? So I guess I can start off with a little one involving myself, right? The 247th day in 1979. So I was born on September 4th, 1979. I've got it represented as month, day, year right here. The 247th day in 1979. It can only be one day, right? And it's expressed down here in a pair of double keys, right? Year, month, day, 7994, right? 7994 left and right. So pretty clearly I can go and look through the Word, right? I didn't do very much on my date, but I hit it right away, right? Putting in the information of the day and delivering back the exact same information of the day, right? And everything that's using day, month, year, or month, day, year, or year, day, month, right? It's got particular significance to 1979 as it shows right in here, right? And there's a lot of morals to the reason why parts of the world write day, month, year, and other parts of the world write month, day, year. It's an anagram moral, right? The same thing can be expressed, right? Here in the United States on April 8th, 2024 for the final total solar eclipse deal. When we write it out, we're going to express it 4/8/24, right? And then you go over to most of Europe and they'll be expressing it 8/4/24, right? The ABBA, right? A, B, B, A, right? That's all expressed through the dating, right? Americans are going to go 4 first, 8 second, 24 last, right? It's written right across this top here. Europeans are going to go 8 first, 4 second, 24 last. It's like it's written right across the top here, even though it's measured in, it's showing 12-12 them together, but they're sitting separated 4 and 8, 4 and 8, right? There's a 4 and an 8 in each spot. So the next thing I want to do is show the word June and say that this date of 6/4, June 4th, 1979 is the 155th day of June. In leap years, it's going to be day 156, just like in leap years. September 4th is day 248. So within here, if we were going to try to link it, and I'm not saying it's super strong, but we're looking at June, it's showing 155. That would be a date in June, June 4th. And then 9 days later, day 164 would also be a date in June, June 13th. Right? So when I add it into this, day 155, I got a little chuckle out of that, because now here's an expression of day, month, year for my birth, right? So just wanted to show that, right? And why I jumped off from June to day 155. It says set it in June, and that is the day of 6/4/79. So I'm gonna start out with some entirely logical stuff, and then I'm gonna go in and show some stuff that I did that doesn't pass the logical tests that information should all pass, right? Entirely. But so we're gonna go 155th day of the year 1979. So those of you that have been around this channel for a while, you've seen me operate on this deal and what I do with this, right? This is another thing to consider, right? If you're searching through your stuff, you're doing these applications and you're consistently finding returns of the same final key, but it's not showing your direct birth date, the day that you're looking for, there may be a layer of code going on, right? So in here, the only reason I noticed this is because of my experience working with the word, right? I've already uncracked all of this. So when this is showing me here, this is showing me 6/4/79, right? The 5,738, 6/4/79, all right? It's not 83, right? We're in the current Hebrew year of 5,783, right? It's not 83, it's 38. The 5,738. So I had done something else that wound up producing the exact same results, you know, all the keys, putting it out a little bit different. Didn't do it on purpose, it just happened. Day 155 in the year, right, like the Ohio State Buckeyes, 1,979, right? Exact same everything, all those keys, right? Whereas the other version was 155th day of the year 1979. There's a lot of similarities between the two phrases, and what was dropped out of the original phrase and put in this phrase exactly replace each other for the very same thing, right? And in terms of here, somebody could argue a logic point potentially saying, why is 1900 or 1979 the year, right? The year. Because I said so, first off. I'm kidding, right? The year of years. So I'll back it up just a little bit on that, right? The year of years. So let's go something like this. Day 155 or day 156. All right, same theme popping up, right? That's June 4th for sure. But this here is telling us the one from the Hebrew year 5738, right? 1979, pre-September. It's a conception deal, and it's showing us the date of 6/4/79, right? That only applies logically to day 155, right? It's not or day 156 in 1979 because it's a non-leap year. It's only day 155. So even though I'm producing what I'm looking for here, right, there's some logic issues within it, though it is telling the same message, right? Because I started looking and every single thing I start returning is all this, right? Which is all stuff that I have worked out long before. But there's a little bit of logic issues in that. When you're working on stuff, you want to do it as much as possible to be able to pass all logic tests put against it, right? You want it to be undisputable that it's showing the day that you're looking for. But here, right, we got a layer of code that is showing those days. So now we're going to go with June 4 or day 155 in all non-leap years, or day 156 in all leap years. Same stuff, right? But again here, right, it's all in there. It's June 4, day 155 in all the non-leap years, which 1979 was. Day 156 in all leap years, which 1979 wasn't. It's showing us this deal here, which is the way of showing us 6/4/79, right? But it's not entirely 100% logically foolproof, even though what it's saying a message, right? The reason I hit all this over and over and over, and I only spent maybe 45 minutes looking into the date, right? And every single thing I'm hitting is off of this, right? And 6/4/79 and different versions of anagrams were so common that when I started to look for it, I expected that I'd be able to pick up some exact stuff to it, right? Just like I picked up right away looking at myself, which I only spent maybe 5 minutes looking at myself. So I was surprised that it was using this code as a layer of code to show me this rather than being able to easily pick up all the different versions of this, which when I spend a little bit more time looking into it, I may be able to do that. All right, so let me add something else, right? I'm going to add the information that this is showing, right? June 4, 1979, right? Did I spell anything right? Everything right. What is going on here? Things are not coming back. Maybe June 4, 79. I must have made a little error there. What I've got written down is not returning what I had written down. And it is all spelled right. So what am I doing wrong here? Not sure. Oh, because it didn't go on that. I'm reading it wrong, right? I'm reading it wrong. That went on a day 155 or day 156. And it produced a quadruple pair of 5739s, but this is not entirely logical either, right? June 4, 1979 is not or day 156. It's only day 155, right? So when I started this out here, I wasn't comprehending, and I won't even say I'm going to be right now fully comprehending all the logical issues, but I did. But as I go and I start working on it, I'm going to comprehend better and further understand it. Logical issues in terms of how to word things so it's entirely logical 100%, and everything that it's returning is undisputable, right? It's June 4, 1979 is not day 156, right? So, right, you make a few mistakes, you learn from those mistakes, right? And if you're really wise and have a lot of wisdom and gnosis here, it's going to be because you've learned a lot from your mistakes, right? You learn more from your mistakes than from doing things right, right? So you should consider that too when you hear all of the bullshit stories about perfect imperfect ion, right? Anybody who was absolutely perfect, right, would basically be an idiot because they hadn't learned from any of their mistakes, right? And they probably couldn't identify with any of the rest of us who are not perfect either, right? Because they wouldn't be anything like us. We'd probably be vastly more intelligent than them if they were perfect, right? So I just want to do one more thing. I'm going to show the light square I made, right? OCHDODOG HCOCITHGIL. Alright, so now we got 5738, right? And I made this square, which is a crown, a corona, right? The cross is God, the crown is light, and the other portion is CCCC, right? 5738. Usually MC square. Alright, 1 from 5,738. How do I know it's your square? As I made it myself. Easter 2022. Right? The 1, 5,738, right? So that's what we're talking about right in there. Now I've also made a Jesus square. Jesus. Let's see. Must go like E, C, O, E-U S-O-L-O-S. You're S-O-L, right? Shit out of luck or soul, right? E-U-O-C-S-U-S-E-J. 5738, right? The crown is Jesus. The cross is soul, and the other portion is CC, right? And C is the original Scion character, and E is the original Zion character. There's massive things to it, right? Cecily Square, right? 6479, and again, how do I know it's her square? I made it. I made it. It's my square. Right? Maybe I'll do one more thing just to kind of tie in on this. The day, month, year of Jesus' birth. 1979. 6479. Alright, and this also too goes into everything else that I've shown. I'll just use a couple quick ones. Humpty Dumpty had a A-E-I-O-U fall. Great fall. Right? The weeds are plainly visible. A-B. Right? 7964. Right? You're seeing the 364 steps of the El Castillo in Chichen Itza, Mexico, right? And that's 2 other days that the ball drops that aren't those 364 days. It's the 2 equinox days, right? The whole A, B deal, right? Right. See, Cecily, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 birth dates. 6 birth dates. All the same codes, right? And here is 9579, 9579, which is right back here. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. First day, right? 9579, 6579. It's got some clarifications in here too, showing, right? Month, year, day, month, all of that within it, right? So, Day of Atonement, right? And again, it's showing us in 1979, 2020, right? First day here, Hebrew year, 5739, 1979, right? But what it's saying is the mind, right? Government, govern your mind. Meant of at one day, right? The first day, right? Meant of at one day. Waiting on the Holy Spirit, the Word Spirit. Okay. 247th day in 1979. What am I doing wrong? Day 247th, 77th day in 1979. Right in here. Right. So there's definitely applications. Fairly easy for me to pick up on because of all my experience working on these subjects. And then also here, right, there's a connection into what Dan saw to the alphabet. Dan is connected in because he's been around it the entire time, right? We put the fish out together, the whole deal, right? But that whole deal that he noticed and everything, right? He relates right into 1979, right? The final key of the alphabet. Now I know my A, B, not C's, right? Not C's. Anyways, with that said, please like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you think that's something you should do. And have a nice day.